Hello again, welcome back. This is part 2, and we left off on the Members tab of this workbook, and this just contains the 2,519 officers that have either one of the 3 AQDs at this time. Okay, so you'll see the different columns. We have a full name, or names sorted by last name, rank, designator, email, pay, TRUIC, unit title, NRA code, NRA title, and ISIC. Okay, these are all columns that we're able to pull from RFMT. All right, so take a look around and get comfortable with the information in this spreadsheet, and especially this tab. It's utilized by the RCC deputies to verify that a board member has one of the necessary AQDs. So for example, let's take the second member here. If they were put on a board, the deputy or designated representative who is checking that this person has the requirements will look for the name Abbott. In this particular example, we'll look on the in the list of names and find that person to ensure that they have the AQD. That's important to point out. This doesn't mean that they've had prior command. Okay, so one of the requirements to sit a command qualification board is that you possess the AQD, okay, and also that you are prior or current command. Okay, so this is just one half of the process here. Next tab contains pivot tables that are used for different displays. Like I mentioned, the charts on the first tab, we had the dashboard charts, so here they go, just displayed differently, displayed vertically instead of horizontally. And then we have these data tabs. Okay, so these are important that you do not delete. And essentially, this is information pertaining to every NRA. Okay, this was initially populated from the N1 data cube. The NRAs have a code associated with them, so anything that begins with the prefix 06 pertains to RCC Mid-Atlantic Norfolk. Okay, I was able to set up formulas to pull that information. So let's take a look at the formula bar. And this, well, actually, it was just entered manually. So NRA for Mid-Atlantic was 6. Let's scroll down to Mid-Atlantic Great Lakes. You'll see that the prefix is 13. So simply enter 13 for that, and so forth. So that's what controls certain fields. So that's how the region title is pulled for the member. Essentially, everyone has a region code. Okay, when you pull their records, and then depending on the region code, their RCC will be populated in the region title. For ISIC. So if you look at this ISIC column, this column here, column kilo, for the member, what it does is it looks at the NRA code, okay, and then it populates the ISIC for that member based on the NRA code. All right, I'm using a VLOOKUP formula for that. So the VLOOKUP is simply looking at the NRA code and going to the data table and matching it up in order to determine what region that member is in. Okay, and the other data column or data tab simply just has a pay status. If it's no, IRR, yes, CELRES. Okay, in order for this to work, we simply have to go to RFMT and pull the columns that match up to the members tab. All right, so I'm approaching the 5-minute mark for this video, so I'm going to stop recording, and in the next video we will fire up RFMT and begin extracting the records.